I hate myself. I am a glutton for punishment. Every morning I wake up and ponder what terrible form of torture shall I inflict on myself today for the sin of existence. Well, I got you, girl. 100 drawings in 13 days challenge. Why 13? Because that's how many days it took to finish. Let's go. Gonna just jump right in. I don't have any hard rules for this challenge, just get 100 drawings done in 13 consecutive days. Though I will say this in itself sent me into a spiral over what constitutes as a complete drawing, but whatever, we get there when we get there. So this challenge was to be done in 30 days, was my original plan, a terrible idea conceived at 5 a.m. at work this morning because that's when all bad ideas develop. But my impatience was my hubris as usual, so now it's 13. And if you don't want to watch the speed paints, I'm gonna put timestamps for each day, and you can click the beginning of the next day's timestamp to see the previous day's results, if that makes sense. Or if you just want to see the final results, I'll put a compilation of everything at the end. But if you do want to watch them and listen to me yap, gonna apologize in advance for how much I zoom in and out. Did not realize how much I did this until I finished rendering the videos, but believe it or not, this is actually the better version, because I was originally trying to get this video under an hour, so imagine this, 2 times speed. That was a nausea trip. This is why I prefer time lapses rather than just recording the whole screen, but I needed the timestamps in the corner and I wanted my references to be visible. I don't understand how people can just draw zoomed out. Like, I understand the purpose, so you're not like getting hyper focused on the details, but I simply cannot see a thing. Anyway, I don't have hard time limits for these, but generally speaking, my internal clock tells me I'm done with a drawing in 90 minutes, and by 2 hours, I might as well have been lobotomized. I think most fell within 30 minutes to an hour. Couldn't tell you for certain because a lot of these started getting recorded over multiple sessions and days, but that's my super accurate estimate. Oh, okay. Gonna talk about the actual drawings here now. So for my references, I just screenshotted the entire Pinterest home screen to get a bunch of images, and I'm just vaguely drawing based off of each. Those first two were just Navi things. Navi encounters a strange dog and touches grass for the first time. Good stuff. This drawing, I tried a different rendering style. I struggled. This character's Piss Princess, by the way. She's in my banner, and she's not really my persona, but she's like the default character I use in games with character customization. So, if you see a pink-haired girl with freckles in my videos, that's Piss Princess. I had like a color scheme in my head when I sketched this, but as usual, I don't know how to make most things in my head a reality, so I got frustrated at some point and just started randomly spinning the color wheel and using whatever color my pen landed on, which is just something I do when I'm mad at a drawing, but it turns out if you don't know what colors to use, just use every color because I actually didn't mind the final result. And then finally, Navi with a cute bubble braid hairstyle like the one in the reference. I wanna do a not an art challenge, but those compilations where you give your OC a bunch of different hairstyles. I wanna do that for her because the twin buns feel like such a quintessential part of her design that without them she almost looks like a wet Pomeranian. Which, oh my gosh. Wait, could you imagine Navi with a bob? Cursed material. I'm gonna do it. I was planning on coloring this one as usual, but things got messy when I couldn't get the shading color of her skin the same as what I had in mind, and then I went off the rails again. I like it though. I think the orange and purple in her hair look nice together, so happy accidents? Or happy tantrums, more like. I'm gonna coin that term for myself, art tantrums. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got done today. I did some quick sketches at the end to work on tomorrow as well. Starting with day two, this was my attempt at doing a more painterly style. Didn't work, I'll say that. I gave up kind of halfway through. I know people say to trust the process, but they haven't seen my process. I think my issue with these painterly styles is that I put down the base, I block in the light, and then it's like, okay, and now what? I don't know where to go from here. I guess I'll put down some shadows here, but it doesn't look good, and I don't know what to do with the colors. It's fine. I'll never say I hate a piece. I might not like it, but if nothing else, I learn what I'm not good at, and from there decide whether it's something I want to spend more time on or not. I want to get I've been wanting to get better at painting, but it's been low on my priority list. I have some images saved of background styles I really want to replicate, but my biggest issue is always like, ugh, this looks like it takes forever. So I guess my first hurdle will be learning patience. I should try oil painting, that'll teach me. So I went back to my comfort zone here, and that's my fat ink brush. This is like a cottage. I drew it from a different angle. That's usually what I try and do with background references is, oh, what's going on here? Is try and draw them from slightly different angles. And I don't do many background pieces on its own. I have no choice but to draw them for comics, but those are very self-contained. So sometimes just like a whole empty canvas can be kind of overwhelming. But I'd say this sterile style is a bit more bearable because it literally is just like gradient and then block out light, and that's all the rendering I need. I completely switched it up in the next one, which is mostly a one-to-one recreation of my reference, and I'm gonna try and properly render it, but I had a hard time with the floorboards here. I Again, you put down the base colors, and then it's like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know how light is supposed to reflect off these things. But I had a hard time with the floorboards and as well as the character, because I drew one of my characters into it at first, but she got deleted by the end of it because I feel like I didn't do a great job at incorporating her into the background. And also, even that aside, whether you agree or not, I don't really understand why she got put here in the first place, because she's like, her character, she's like a celestial witch. She she travels the stars and like weaves constellations together with a giant needle and magic yarn. That's her backstory, which is why when I finished rendering her, I kind of looked at the drawing and I was like, why is she here? What is she doing on Earth? And thus into the void she goes. Also, there's this thing I've seen, I swear to God, I've seen this happen before with mirrors where it like reflects the light in it onto like the floor or the objects in front of it. I don't know if this is actually a thing, but I feel like I've seen it. But like the mirror in my room right now is currently not doing it. So I don't know if this is something I imagined or if there's like certain conditions for it to be doing this. But I think I ended up adding like a reflection from the mirror to the floor here anyway, because I've just convinced myself that this is what mirrors do. Oh, and there's Weaver. And there she goes. So this one is also one of my characters. Her design is by Nekomine on DeviantArt. One of the few things I wanted to figure out was how to render the hair after that disaster of a first painting. So I tried replicating the style I found on Pinterest. I didn't, looking back on it now, I don't feel like I succeeded. I noticed they used a bluish gray tone in the hair, and I don't know if this is them adding a secondary color as like a stylistic choice or if it's just them desaturating the shadows that are further from the light source, but I took inspo from that and added some gray pinkish tones to my character's hair. This rendering style is hard because I feel like it almost feels really random. Like I don't know how most of these colors got into the hair, but they got there somehow, and you just I don't know, add random strokes to them, I guess. Random color picking, random strokes. That's how I can describe this process. I don't think it looks bad, it just doesn't look the same. Watching an actual speed paint or tutorial video might have better served me here, but I think the final result was acceptable enough for me to be like, yeah, that's fine, and move on. Also, I fixed the lighting on her face at the end because it didn't make much sense with her hair. So next is Dog. His name is Boomer. I used to dog sit him for a family friend in middle school. We don't talk to them anymore, so I don't know how he's doing. Actually, oh gosh, this photo was taken like 15 years ago. Has time passed that quickly? He's probably dead now. Rest in peace, puppers. He liked my mom a lot because she fed him. Oh, dude, this dog was spoiled as hell. So his mom would give us a bag of shredded rotisserie chicken and instruct us to mix it with his kibble because he's too good for plain old dog food, or he won't eat it otherwise. But he wouldn't eat the kibble. He'd just nose his way through his bowl until he finished all the chicken and then sit there by his still full bowl of food and stare with these pathetic, soppy eyes at us like we were starving him. Which, speaking of starving, I was starving by this point, clearly. So, quick drawing for Navi devouring a massive burger to whet my appetite, I suppose. Her hand placement's a little weird, but I'm hungry, so I don't care to fix it. You need to smash the burger, Navi, push it down, or use a knife and fork, which you're apparently not supposed to do. Post-food consumption. So I'm drawing another OC. Design is by, oh boy, Suon Putatu07 on DeviantArt again. And I tried doing the rendering style again without the reference because for some reason I thought I could replicate a style after drawing it once and not even succeeding. A common theme of me refusing to dedicate time to actually studying anything, and it turned into this fun little game of internal art telephone where every drawing starts to stray just a little further from the vision. So I can only describe the rendering here as kind of jelly-like. I don't know if it's the brush or the way I blended, but it's fine. She's kind of balding. Actually, you know what? That thing I just said with the art telephone, that kind of just sounds like how personal art style develops, doesn't it? You first steal, and eventually it gets kind of stewed with all the other styles you've taken and your own workflow, and that's great. That's awesome. That's how I'm gonna justify this. So, that was day 2. 11 out of 10, 100. It's slow going. We'll get there. It's Sunday, whoop whoop, I have the whole day to draw, except I don't, because I, Boo Boo the Fool, agreed to cover an extra shift today thinking, oh, it's Sunday, gonna be chill, I can bring my iPad and draw most of the day because everyone tells me it's a snooze fest and they just bum around and watch movies all day. But either the universe doesn't favor me or I was lied to because, of course, the one weekend I agree to work, I don't know if it's just because it was like the last day of spring break or something, absolutely slammed. Anyway, this drawing is split into like 7 recordings, many of which are 3 minutes long because that's about how long I got to sit down for before I had to get up and do my job. God forbid, what are they paying me for if not to sit around and play on my phone all day? But I gave up on this idea pretty quickly and just worked on it a bit more at night when I got home. And then I had to finish it the next day, so it's technically a day 4 drawing, but I moved that recording to today to keep it all lumped together. Will not be doing that in the future, by the way. The amount of footage I have is already becoming unmanageable, so from here on out, whatever order I record something in is what it's gonna be presented as. Because at some point I'm gonna like start drawing these in like an assembly line fashion. So about the drawing, it's my OC. I'll talk about her later because I'll draw her again. But I figure if I want to speed up the process, instead of drawing full backgrounds, I can just do like these character... Is it called splash art? I don't know. These character arts with just a few background elements. I see things like this a lot in gacha games. Obviously, a lot better done and more detailed than this. But if you're like trying to break out of white background hell, this might be a good place to start, because it's just not as overwhelming as a full canvas. So I got home, and I was playing No Man's Sky with a friend when I thought that these environments would be a perfect drawing subjects. We're currently stuck in tutorial system hell, so unfortunately not much to work with, but I found this dead planet's rings and the sky particularly pretty. The planet itself doesn't have much on it. But I had an annoying time with the colors because the time of day kept changing. Could have just taken a screenshot, I guess, but we work harder, not smarter around these parts. So this one's our starting base, built on the nastiest planet with constant volcano eruptions and giant insects. We are not good builders, if it wasn't clear. And of course, once we discovered we could create terrain, we immediately set out to build giant dicks overhanging the base, which I screwed up, my bad. It's like splitting off into 2 ends on the top. So we originally built them with the default slate color option, not realizing we could change the type of rock we used to build, but eventually we found this underwater rock that's not quite skin color, but in the right lighting it's a little fleshy, and it's got this red spotting on it, which you can see me drawing here, that kind of look like open syphilis sores. So here's our little shit shack. We've moved on to better places. Today's Vocaloid day is what I told myself. My favorite Vocaloid is Luca, specifically because I am obsessed with Luca Luca Night Fever. But I took screenshots of every outfit in that music video and told myself I would draw her in all the outfits. So starting off with my absolutely favorite outfit of hers, it's so simple, I am obsessed. The elegant girlish sundress with the cowboy boots. This influenced my style in very unfortunate ways when I was a teen. Sorry, my clothing style. Like, the way I dress, IRL, not my art style. But honestly, I still think it slays. I have a thing for pink-haired girls, clearly. Next is her original outfit, which, gonna be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of. I really didn't want to draw the pattern on her chest, so I didn't. Simplification. I went back to my normal style for this one, it just takes all the thinking out of coloring. By the way, if anyone wants these speed paints slowed down, I mean, you could just slow down the playback and mute me, play your own music, but if there's demand for the full recording or one that's less sped up, you better let me know within like an hour of this video going up because I am deleting it all. My poor iPad is getting obliterated by the sheer amount of storage these recordings are taking up. My iPad's already laggy thanks to the iOS 26 update, which, holy cow, I could make an entire video ranting just about the absolute havoc iOS 26 has wreaked across my devices. But I did it at the time because my editing program needs iOS 26, which, second video idea, me ranting about my editing program, never before has making glorified slideshows been so damn hard. But back to the actual drawings. I'm gonna admit, I was getting bored. I don't think I actually love Luca enough to draw her 10 times over, so I gave up on the idea and I forced myself through this outfit since I already had the reference pulled up. I mean, it's a cute outfit. I just So here's the OC I said I would talk about yesterday. She doesn't have an actual reference sheet, just this sketch that you can see in my sub-view. I thought I would knock out two birds with one stone, give her a reference sheet like I've been planning, and I can count it for this challenge. So her name is Cassiopeia. She's like a ghostly bride haunting an abandoned chapel in space. like her own little Mario Galaxy planet with just a creepy chapel and her. She seems to be waiting for someone, a groom perhaps, but for how long she's waited, no one knows. I haven't quite fleshed out her backstory, but I think a tragedy full of betrayal and longing would be great. Suffer, my child. She's also a dog. Fun fact. I have a lot of characters who are actually dogs given human forms for fun, and actually Navi is one of them. You can see in like my first videos, she's got some vestigial structures of ears and a tail, but I amputated them. So I'm drawing Cassiopeia's full dress on the left, and then her slip in the middle, which becomes like more transparent at the bottom. And her hair structure, I mean like her colors, her hair structure, everything are meant to resemble her features as a dog. Like she has that like cheek fluff that curls up, and her tail is structurally similar to this. But yeah, she's my cute little bride, and if it wasn't clear, she has like a yellow rose and starry theme kind of going on. Oh, on to the next one. This is a sketch from a couple days ago. So let me start by saying there's one artist I admire who is just an absolute beast at using color. Like every one of his pieces has such clearly defined values, and his palette is so pastel and dreamy. I find it absolutely fascinating. I think it looks great. And I'm putting off saying his name because I can't pronounce it, so I'll try. Slavek Fedorchuk. Oh boy. Anyway, if you search up his stuff, he does landscapes mostly, and I wish I can only stare wistfully at his paintings, hoping one day before I die I can learn to control color and value the way he does. Anyway, I'd really like to learn to use colors like this. I have no idea what I'm doing here. It's most certainly not correct, but I got the spirit. Sometimes that's all that matters is the heart. So back to my comfort zone I go. This is Maruzensky from Uma Musume. I was watching a streamer play it and I shouldn't have touched it is all I say. This was bad. This is where it all started. I really like her design. That red uniform looks lovely with her hair and eyes, and the hair, once again, I was thinking, okay, this is how that artist from before did it. No, it's not. It looks nothing like it. This is what I mean by art telephone. I've lost the plot. I had work again today till fairly late. God, the fact that day shift can have 4-hour differences in start times is diabolical. Anyway, I have Wednesday, so tomorrow and Thursday off, and then after Friday, because I still work on Friday, but after that I'll have a 12-day break, so I'm super stoked. Anyway, today I drew Moriyama Musume. Haru Urara is adorable, and I had to draw her. Gail, a girl failure, doing her best. Just happy to be here. But, this was quite literally the only thing I finished today. But I did get some sketches done later to work on the next day. So, yep. Mom, I'm obsessed with the horse girls. After 2 months of suffering, I finally have some proper rest ahead of me. Well, I have one more day, but then I'm free for 12 days. And now that I have all this newfound freedom, I can finally file my taxes. But then I get to draw. So I'm drawing Measure O'Bright right now in a ballroom with all the carrots she deserves. I love you, Measure. Eat up, baby girl. I really hate drawing small props like this, like food or stuff on the shelves. It's so mind-numbingly boring, a genuine chore, but I'll do it for her. Next up, and I need a spotlight for this. This is Super Creek, Miss Goo Goo Baby, certified mommy, and the beginning of the end. I'm drawing her in her concept art design because it's better. Sorry. I'm a little upset they changed it. Like, her official racing outfit is fine. She looks like a snow fairy and is very lovely, but kind of generic. IMO, it didn't stand out much at first. But this outfit, first of all, is just cuter, sorry, but it just gives such stronger Ara Ara vibes. I love her color scheme, I love her voice, she is so pretty, and I want her to baby me, and oh no, what is happening to me? Anyway, she's offering her thighs up here for a lap pillow. Would you say no to that? Back to Meijiro real quick. I keep swapping between this and other pieces because I'm dreading coloring the food. It's so tedious. But I still managed to avoid it this time though. Drawing this actually makes me want to do like an Uma Musume cooking day though. Like a day where I just dedicate my time to nothing but making carrot themed treats. That sounds delicious. Actually, I might really do that. I actually might. I have a really fat bag of carrots I need to get through in my fridge right now. You see? You see? Avoidance type personality. So, this is Mambo, who I'm drawing. Her full name is Nuts. Matikane Tannhauser. What a mouthful. She's adorable. I love her outfit. It gives me like half mailman vibes, but also like the fantasy adventurer outfit, you know, like put this girl in an isekai. So here's her strolling her way downtown. Did not notice the ribbon in her hair. That's the tough thing about these designs sometimes. Too many details to be missed. I think I actually originally sketched this with some sort of background, but then I was like, I'm not feeling it. So I said she looks like a mailman to me. I don't know why, maybe the hat, but this is a little doodle of her handing you a love letter. May or may not actually be from her, and this is her sneaky way of giving it to you. back to Goo Goo Mommy giving you head pats. Oh, did you see the initial sketch for this one from yesterday? With the goofy hand. Sketches start out like that, don't they? Silly looking. Oh, you know, I don't do a lot of these POV drawings. Short person POV wouldn't know what that's like. I better get those skills up though if I ever dream of making an Otome game one day. So finally worked up the mental strength to finish coloring this, I guess. Having the time of my life I was. Didn't structure my layers properly, but I had to color in the lines manually. Stupid idiot keeps merging layers prematurely. I've been using the felt pen brush, which is just easy to line with, and I finally found the round mixing brush to render with. What was I using before? The Maru Maru pen? It was some downloaded pen from the asset store that gave those previous paintings a strange jelly-like texture. Anyway, next one I'm drawing is Satono Diamond, whose racing outfit is insane. An actual woodland fairy. Her dress is so pretty, so I immediately set out to ruin it by dousing it in swamp water. Which, water, I admit, is really hard for me to render. I can never get it to look reflective. Oh, write that down for a future. Learning to render water. I struggle to draw shiny things in general. But I also, can't draw still water specifically. I can draw, moving rapids and stuff. Not to any great effect, but, I can kind of do it. But still water, I have a hard time making it look, I guess, detailed without making it look like it's moving. Incredible word choice. But, this next one's just a quick half body of her, full of spirit and whimsy. I'm sorry, I don't have much to say about these. But, this ended up being, I think, the last one I drew of her, which is such a shame. Like I said, I think her dress design, her entire design is honestly so gorgeous, and I love this shade of green and her sleeves, and she's so cute. But if you know the kind of person I am, I'm the type to latch on to a single character, and it was not her. I went back and to finish this Haru Urara drawing of her with her horse counterpart. That photo of Haru, the horse Haru with the little flower in her hair, is so dang cute. Actually, I just remember this. I have a Webkinz horse who kind of looks like Haru Urara and Super Creek, like their actual horses. It's the brown Arabian horse. Wait, I gotta go dig him up. Gonna start a Super Creek shine. I really wanna do an IRL painting video to fill up my wall with horse art, specifically Super Creek. I don't really like prints. They feel, and Oh gosh, forgive me if you disagree. This is solely my own opinion, and it's probably an unpopular one, but uh, digital prints especially feel kind of inauthentic to me, and that like goes for my own art as well. So I've set out, well, at first I set out to like local crafts and Saturday markets because I need my walls are so empty and I wanted to get stuff like from local artists, but it turns out I'm actually a lot pickier than I thought. I did manage to get like these three of these mini oil paintings from an artist who draws the cutest birds ever, but that's literally all I found in like the many markets I hauled myself over to in the span of a few months. So I gave up because I don't know why I'm putting this much effort in to give other people my money, so I'm resorting to making them myself, which I don't really have the skill, particularly in traditional mediums, to make the art that I want to see and whatever want to buy, but hey, it's free, so won't complain. I've been slacking in that though because I hate cleanup. I also don't have a table. All of my furniture is either for display or for lounging, which why would I need one? I don't do any work at home. Oh right, sorry. So this is Tosin Jordan. I really like her colors. 100% the kind of girl I'd love to be friends with. Once again, I am forced to draw these stupid little props, her nail polish and whatever. But I love giving characters funky nail colors, so this totally like scratches that itch. Which, ooh, by the way, I got this really pretty nail polish the other day. It's like a super pale lilac. Obsessed with it. Anyway, so about my furniture, I'm now suffering the consequences of my actions because I'm like sitting in bed all day to draw, which is comfy at first until like 5 hours in, and my back hurts and it's hot and my stuffed animals are getting in my leg space. Get out, get out! And I don't know where I put a desk though. I have a chair in my corner, but it's totally for lounging, and I don't sit there much anyway because it's right next to the window and I can't see anything when it's too bright outside. Anyway, next is Mayo Top Gun. She's also one of my faves. I love her little side ponytails. She kind of reminds me of Chio from Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, one of my favorite animes ever. I don't know if it's just because her hair is orange, but she is adorable. So this is gonna be like the start of a series with like fruit sodas and Uma girls. Hers is obviously orange, and I'm gonna continue the rest tomorrow. So I don't remember who this is. Um, I think her personality was quite timid. She's cute, but a little forgettable. Oh wait, let me search this up. Uma Musume characters. Meisho Dodo. Yeah, there she is. What cutie. Wait, her racing face is incredible. I feel like I couldn't draw her very well, which is unfortunately a very big determinant in how much I love a character. So these are the other fruit sodas. I'm doing strawberry lemon, watermelon, cherry, kiwi, and blueberry, knocking all of these out at once. I wanted to get these done pretty quickly so I can knock out 10 drawings today because I have work again tomorrow and I probably won't get as much done, so I need a bit of a buffer, which at this point my goal is still 20 days for this challenge, so my quota is like 5 a day. I really love the Satano Diamond one in particular, the green one. I think her swimsuit is adorable, not to toot my own horn. But her color palette in general is just so pleasing. Like, she has a very good base to work off, and I love her shade of green. I really want to get a nail polish this color. Next time, next time I make it outside. Also, I keep forgetting these guys have tails. I have to keep adding them as an afterthought. Sorry to un-Uma your Uma Musumes. This pink-haired one, not hair, sorry, the pink dress, the one with the pink dress in the corner. Let me see, Kawakami Princess. I really like her. I feel like it's just her hair, but she kind of reminds me of Katerina Claes, my lovely Bakarina. You know, I've just noticed this now, but I don't like. I don't draw any of the Umas with white or black hair. I just don't really like drawing it, but I couldn't really tell you why. My own hair is black too. Can't draw myself. That's why Navi's my little sock puppet. I mean, I would also find my persona terribly dull. I dress like an average office lady. Oh my gosh, the woodpecker's back. There's a woodpecker who's targeted our house. But we've looked to see, cause like you would assume if a woodpecker has has decided to start drooling through your house, maybe you have some sort of bug problem. But we can't figure out if we can't find anything. So I think this one has just like decided to mark our house as its territory. It's driving me nuts. Wait, I gotta go find it. Woodpecker crisis averted for like the next 24 hours before it comes back again. Anyway, this one's is a sketch from yesterday, I think. Little selfie pose. I don't know if her left arm is angled correctly for the camera. Should have just posed myself for it. I am my own reference. Particularly with hands, convenient non-dominant hand available to look at. Someone once pointed out that the way I drew thumbs was wrong, and that was how I learned that I'm double jointed. I'm gonna. Do you ever think that? Like, how you'll be told, like, you drew something wrong, but in this planet of, what, 8 billion, there are probably people who are actually built like that? Pro tip, next time someone corrects you on your anatomy, tell them that's actually just eugenics. Kidding, don't do that. But I mean, if you do, let me know how it goes. So this is when my Super Creek obsession started to really take over. I found this collage of hairstyles on Pinterest, and I wanted to see her wearing them. And I drew this first one in her official design, which only reaffirmed my preference for the concept art. I didn't even include her scarf. I wasn't feeling it at all. It just doesn't feel quite as elegant. I don't know. I really like this second headshot though. I think these twin braids and like the bangs suit her so well. She's so freaking cute. I love her. This is also where that debate of what counts as a drawing started to kick in. Cause while doing this, I was thinking like, is doing headshots on a white background, is that too little? Is that cheating? Like, what level of finish and scale should I be doing? Because my concept was just 100 drawings with no standards for like what elements need to be included. So I'm lost, but I didn't have time to consider it for long. So conclusion, anything counts. Maybe not sketches, but if it has color, then I'm calling that good enough. Anyway, hey, it's free rent. I never got on the free rent looking up train when it was a thing. I told myself I would, and then I just kept getting distracted. Also, I know her chin is kind of off. That's a hell of a jawline. I fixed it the next day. You'll see it in the final result. I don't do this with any other piece. This one in particular just looks stupid enough, and it was an easy fix. So I love the original drawing, the looking up one. I think a lot of people, artists especially, tend to be perfectionists. And this isn't advice, by the way, but people might put off drawing certain pieces because they feel like they aren't at a level to pull it off, and they have to like practice for it, you know? They gotta prepare themselves, like not drawing an angle they have in their head because they feel like they won't do it justice, and they have to get better and do studies first before they attempt it. Which, sure, do studies, I guess, but don't put off that illustration idea. It'll probably come out bad, but I mean, you can just draw it again later, and there's always merit to just doing something even if you don't feel prepared and the final result isn't good. And I feel like in art, well, in art at least, don't take that mindset to mountain climbing or something. But if anything, I think struggling through the process and scrutinizing the final result will give you a better idea of the areas you need to focus on improving. And, you know, if it does turn out ugly, the world keeps turning and you have another day to try again. It's not a big deal. Okay, sorry, that last monologue spilled over into today, but anyway, today's another low energy day, so I did some landscapes and I was trying to get out of my comfort zone with my use of colors, but again, I just don't have the best grasp on stuff like color theory. Color theory will forever just be people drawing triangles on a color wheel and trying to convince me it means something. Cult behavior, I won't fall for it. Starting with some sketches for nice nature. This is one of those not quite, is it? Like those isometric drawings of a cozy little cottage, a bit devoid of stuff. I never finished that drawing. I forgot about it. It happens. So I started this piece for Almond Eye. I'm obsessed with her colors. I love how the inside of her hair is like a different shade, and such a pretty shade of blue too. And her eyes are so sparkly. She reminded me of Ai Hoshino, so I drew her with this in mind. I don't know how to do stage backdrops. Random lights, neon, and sparkles. I only drew this piece, which is a shame. I wish I had drawn a bit more of her, but I also forgot. This is just another background piece. I meant to stick nice nature into this one, but I decided to just do the background instead because I really like these colors. It makes me want to play Light Up the Town again. Cozy games during Christmas times, always the best. Onto an actual nice nature drawing. I love her Christmas colors, such a perfect wintry design. Of course, I was drawn to her at first sight because I love Christmas. Oh wait, I've gotta put her in a Santa dress. Remind me, do a proper illustration of her in a cute Christmas outfit later. So here she's just admiring the sky with some vague winter decorations hanging. I don't know. She's looking at something and she's very impressed by it. Well, here I'm back to lining the drawing I never finished. Look at all this work I put in. So, that was just for a moment. I'm back to, if you remember, I did like a bunch of thumbnails on day 1. So this is me finishing one of them. It's Super Creek in a flower field. That's it. Her hair tie is getting blown away. Watch me struggle to draw these flowers, it's not going great. I also found this image of, coincidentally, another girl in a flower field, not an original thought in my head. I mean, I feel like this is a pretty, like, overdone composition and idea, but whatever. I liked the way they drew the clouds. So I tried to copy it. I never really learned how to paint clouds. Add that to the list. Water, clouds, flowers. Yeesh, you never really realize how much you don't know how to draw. I wanna learn to make the clouds like fluffy and voluminous looking. Well, is that how you pronounce it? Voluminous? Voluminous? Looks like there's a bit more I don't know that's not just art. So I don't think I'll come away from this video actually having improved at anything, honestly. But at least I'll have a long, healthy list of stuff I suck at, so I'll have something to work on. This hat she's wearing is one of my own hats, by the way. Isn't it cute? I have never gotten a chance to wear it, because I don't go outside much except for, like, work and grocery shopping. I'll find an opportunity. I will, this summer. So another hairstyle for best girl. It's just a pretty curled hairstyle with some ornaments this time. Put her in a pretty blue dress. Blue is totally her color. I was I was keeping my friend waiting on voice call while we were trying this because we were planning another No Man's Sky session. And I was like, wait, no, I have to draw more horse girls first. So this is another sketch from day 1. I also don't remember her name. She's floating in the sky with a bunch of balloons. She's not holding on to any of them. Not that they would hold her up anyway. So I guess she's just in free fall. Captured seconds before a disaster. Or maybe she's only a few feet up. That's still a broken tailbone at least. Don't ask me where any of the light source is in any of my drawings, by the way. I make it up on the spot, apparently. I swear I'm gonna memorize all these Uma's names by the end of this video. I will. I just gotta find her in the list. Okay, so I'm finishing the night with this hairstyle that makes me think of Imperial Court manga. It's just like the curled circular hair with the circular braids. Did I get her dress wrong? It was meant to be like a qipao. I have this qipao that my cousin in China got me. So I drew her dress based off my vague memory of it. Which is funny because it is literally sitting in my closet. I could have walked 5 feet to my closet and just looked at the dress, but I'm the perfect combination of stubborn and lazy. So I won't do it. And then, quick beginnings of a sketch for tomorrow. Day 10. I'm beginning to hear voices. They say the horse girls aren't real, that my friends don't recognize me anymore, that my parents mourn their child for what she's become. But I know better. The devil whispers in my ear and I resist its temptations. Super Creek is my light, my goddess, my queen, and I am her strongest soldier. So anyway, I drew more horse girls. I had this foggy concept last night of Super Creek drinking tea in front of a window, so this is me manifesting it into existence. I also put my orchids on the windowsill, fun fact. They all rebloomed at the same time this year, which is super exciting. My white one, I think it's been like close to 2 years since she last bloomed, and her roots were starting to look like an eldritch tentacle monster, but I was getting worried I'd never see another flower spike. I have a track record of killing houseplants, so I'm pretty stoked these guys are still alive. Though conversely, they might be thriving because I'm too busy to pay attention to them most of the time. Some things just need to be left alone, I guess. They have names actually. I named them after Otome game characters. The white one is Lynette from Cupid Parasite, the purple is Hibiki from Nine Rip, and the yellow... Did I name that one? I must have, but I forgot. Probably. I do this all the time with my stuffed animals. I give them names and then immediately forget them a week later and forever refer to them as it. You know, I really want to get some exotic orchids. I occasionally see them pop up at Trader Joe's. Space will forever be a problem. I'll get an indoor setup eventually, shaking my fist at the clouds. Continuing this sketch from God knows when. She's offering a lap pillow and an ear cleaning? Goodness, are we getting spoiled rotten? I love ear cleaning videos, specifically the Chinese and Japanese ones. All these English videos are just of doctors with their ugly suction pipes or whatever, and they don't clean it completely because you're not supposed to. So when you can't find videos going against common medical advice to satisfy your ear cleaning fetish, you turn to the other side of the world. I especially love the ones where they peel skin off the eardrums. I can never talk about this with others without them being like, "Buh, this is dangerous." No shit, it's dangerous. That's why you watch it on YouTube instead of doing it yourself. I actually can't tolerate sticking stuff in my ear. No Q-tips for me. Though, sometimes I fantasize about what it must feel like for others. My mom attempted to clean my ears once with like one of those ear scoops, and I couldn't handle it. All she did was just touch the scoop to the inside of my ear, and according to her, not that deep, and it was an incredible ringing pain that persisted minutes after I booked it out of the room. Back to doing some quick background sketches. Jump baby, no balls. This one was fun. What is perspective? I make it up. I don't know how to use a perspective grid. That stuff's worthless. Watch me bend this building like a mozzarella stick. I am this world's god and I've decided this is their reality. I need to do more of these like one-to-one. Well, it's not really one-to-one, it's a little messed up. But these like direct reference studies. And this is the final Super Creek in the hairstyle series, I think. It's really cute. Pigtails reign supreme. And it is no exception on her. When I discovered Uma Musume had a yandere character, I fell to my knees and scrambled to grab her reference immediately. Her name is Still in Love, and she is so freaking cute. I love her veil. Here she is being the yandere girl of your dreams with a slightly bizarre lighting. I don't like Gold Ship's Uma Musume design, so I drew the actual horse instead. Funny looking guy. Drawing this made me remember a struggle I had a bit ago with trying to draw horses facing forward. And I don't mean like with their head angled downward like all the photos when I tried finding references. I mean like slope of the head at a 180-degree angle with your eye level. And the issue with these kinds of angles is that it's hard to tell whether your drawing looking ugly is truly a skill issue, or if it's just because horses are the goofiest looking creatures alive, doomed to look stupid from any angle other than a side profile. So this is my unicorn character. I tried drawing a more stylized front profile and BS'd some background. Her design is by Kit-Faced and Foxed Me on Insta. She's like my favorite. You know how people have dreamy OCs? Exactly what it sounds like, dream characters you desperately want. Her original owner ended up gifting her to me, which was so sweet, though I did end up asking to just buy her because I wanted uncontested, no strings attached ownership over her, but I don't really buy art for my OCs anymore. I sort of lost interest, but she's the one exception. I love her so much, I want to commission someone for a physical plush of her. Anyway, my ability to draw horses is truly something. So this is an earlier sketch. Super Creek looks at some fish. I think I actually finished this one tomorrow. I'm working on some chibi drawings here. It looks like I already had the sketch done. Or like part of it. I have no recollection of when I started this. Did I even record it? Anyway, I'm doing some chibi drawings here. I'm thinking of getting stickers or keychains for myself, so getting a head start on some potential designs for that. I so desperately want to booth at a con, and it's just nothing but Super Creek merch. I think it'd be hilarious. I've never had a shop or anything before, though. I've made keychains and stickers before, but it was all like small batch for myself and friends. The logistics of running a shop just seems like such a pain. For honestly what feels like little payoff unless you have a large established customer base, but that in itself is difficult to build. But I really want a table. Just once for the experience at least. I'd love to vendor at a local market. And maybe I really should try getting into oil painting. There's some events with low barriers of entry here, and I'm not necessarily looking to turn a profit, so it could be a fun experience. I'll look into it. I'm not experienced with much outside of anime art, which would not catch me bringing that to a local market. And nothing wrong with it, but you gotta know I live in a town where majority of the population is retirees. That's an awkward conversation waiting to happen. I went for a walk today and saw some apple trees that were beginning to bloom. And I thought they were so pretty. I designed her an apple blossom dress, and I saw this dress on Pinterest super long ago where the underskirt was full of ornaments and bells. Been obsessed with the concept ever since, so I put a bunch of flowers down there. Also, her right thigh is too low. Long ass torso. I fixed it later. I think I said before that I didn't do this with any others. That was a lie. So I fixed it. This is why you sketch things out properly first. But I am plagued by overconfidence. Good morning. Another terrible day to be alive. I woke up this morning thinking, man, I want to draw a mouse with a strawberry. And that's exactly what I did. I have a cute little mouse drawing on my wall sitting under a strawberry plant, so that's what kind of inspired this. And I tried to use like some crown charcoal brushes because I wanted it sort of to resemble like a child. What's it called? Like a children's storybook style. So this is curtains. That's it. It's just curtains. I wanted to paint them because I feel like I've drawn curtains, but I've never really thought about them that much, like how they fold and stuff. I mean, like any other fabric, I suppose. Okay, this. So I was going through my old Imgur, if that's how you say it, and I found this old drawing I did. Oh, I don't remember the timestamp. Probably 2016 or something. I don't remember this character either. But I thought it'd be fun to redraw it, but keep it as close to the original as possible. So theoretically, it should look better because my anatomy and shading have leveled up. Supposedly. I'm gonna be honest, it looks kind of like doo-doo. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's because I like color picked from the original or I didn't place the lighting correctly. You know those videos where it's like bad anatomy, good rendering versus good anatomy, bad rendering? This looks like the latter. And the only conclusion I can come to is that maybe I haven't actually improved as much as I thought. It's so funny. I like the original better, I think. Peaked in 2016. Here, I'm doing more of those full bodies with small background elements, just to spare me from anything time consuming. I, of course, had to give Super Creek a cute Halloween costume. She's my little pumpkin witch. She has an official Halloween unit. It's like a mummy, and she looks good, don't get me wrong, but only because it's Super Creek. The outfit itself is just rags, and it's not doing her favors. IMO. Though I do think the mommy character being a mummy is a wonderful setup. And then the second one is just a mermaid. Because it's almost mermaid, right? Yeah? January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, and mermaids next month. Yippee! She a siren who's sunk in many a ship. I love the concept of monsters who just lure humans to their death, not with any malice or for survival, but just for funsies, because human lives are to them what ant lives are to us. She'd call you a cute little thing before sending you to the depths of the ocean with the loveliest smile on her face. This is another potential keychain idea to go along with her tea, Chibi. I was watching that Worth It episode with Cake, and that tres leches cake looks incredible. Makes me want to go out and buy cake, though I never managed to finish desserts. But berries and cream is always a great oh, look, this is the Virgin Killer Sweater. I didn't finish that. But berries and creams, fantastic combo. I don't like raspberries though, or blackberries. I just don't like those uh the ones with a ton of seeds. I have like this core memory too of my friend in elementary school bringing a pack of raspberries to summer camp, and one of them had a worm wiggling through it, and I've never eaten them since. And it's not really because I find it that disgusting now. Like, I find all kinds of bugs dead and alive in my groceries and my own garden vegetables, and it's not a big deal, just wash it off. But this memory really bugs me for some reason. Sippy sip. Blech. It's weird how certain childhood memories stick to you like that. Like, I couldn't eat asparagus and bacon until recently because of a single dish my dad made when I was like 5. It was like bacon wrapped asparagus, and I just have this visceral memory of biting into it and the bacon squishing while the grease floods my mouth in the most unpleasant way. He didn't cook it to like crispiness, so the asparagus and bacon were both like squishy, and the asparagus had just soaked up all this grease. Oh my goodness, thinking about it now actually makes me sick. But I won't complain about not being able to eat bacon, because that was probably a net benefit for my health, but asparagus is a shame. Sorry, I've been ignoring this. The bacon asparagus was of utmost importance, I assure you. I've drawn a lot of lily pad puns. Well, 3, I guess, but weird that it happened more than once. And I'm again struggling to draw still water. I think my paintings always look better super zoomed out, because when you look too closely, you see how sloppy the lines are. Do you see the wall on the right? It's bending in magnificent ways. It's so funny. Oh, by the way, looky, I finally decided to branch out and draw characters other than Super Creek, introduce some variety to this challenge. Oh. How? How'd that happen? In my defense, I did draw hawks for realsies with an unintentionally really wide ass. I performed ass reduction surgery later, don't worry. Or I'm sorry if you actually liked it. I can't explain my thing with wings. I just like fucking them up. Look at his little noodle wings here. Ooh, okay. This is the last one for tonight. I found this really fat round bird on Pinterest, and I really wanted to draw it. He looks so angy, like a fat grumpy old man. Incredible. So, it's day 12. At this point, my goal, or at least as of yesterday, my goal for this challenge was to finish it in 14 days. However, this morning, I woke up and made the spontaneous decision that actually, I want to get this challenge done tomorrow because my PTO is limited and I really don't want to spend another day of my vacation on this. I want to go outside. I still have spring cleaning to do. But that also means that with 29 pieces left to go, my daily quota has been raised from 10 to 15, which means I really gotta start busting my ass. Any larger pieces are getting scrapped, simple backgrounds only, and I gotta start considering more reference studies instead to shave off the mental load of coming up with ideas, if nothing else. So here's Super Creek in a flower bush. I figured these kind of like natural backgrounds with like leaves, easy to draw, is it fast. And then this one, she's a little carrot farmer. Look at her. What's going on with that greenhouse frame behind her? Don't look too closely at it. I wasn't really paying attention. You're gonna see a decent amount of switching back and forth between pieces today. Oh, I did draw another hawks. That's 2 hawks. Let's go. I forgot to. Oh my goodness. So this one's a fairy, because she's so lovely. So, as I was saying, I forgot to line his goggles, and I just never noticed that they were missing throughout the entire coloring process. So, no goggles. Sorry about your eyes. Hope they won't sting too bad. Honestly, drawing hawks is kind of intimidating for me because like if there's any environment I would envision him in, it's in like a cityscape, and I hate drawing cityscapes. I'm really bad at them. I'm bad at like geometric shapes, and like rigid lines. That's the word I'm looking for. Rigid lines and perspectives. So I don't draw him as much as I'd like to. I sure am running out of things to talk about. My standing weed puller arrived today. No one cares, but I care because wait, let me put on my shell hat for a moment, because I cannot believe I've gone my entire life without knowing these sort of things. I usually hate weeding because the end result is either like your back hurts or your leg hurts. Either way, something's gonna hurt, but this thing just digs it up. You stand and you stick the prongs in the dirt and it just pulls the roots out and everything. I've been crawling around in the dirt like a filthy little worm with a stupid spade when all it took was $20. I lost my mind. Neighbors walked by with their dogs watching this woman wildly swinging a 5-foot pole with sharp prongs on their front lawn like a madman. So these are some reference studies. Like I said I would do. Incredible, I committed to something. I've never enjoyed doing like still lifes and stuff. I don't think I was very good at them, and I didn't find them terribly interesting. My art teacher in high school was never impressed, I'll say that. I think it's a good way to practice my color picking though, if nothing, like not color picking, it's a way for me to practice spinning the wheel around. Yes. Well, look at this deer, frolicking in the grass. I don't draw hoofed animals much, and especially not from different angles, so it's just fun to dive in on some more dynamic poses. This is a cute Lolita dress I found, and I put Super Creek in it. Again, she rocks anything, okay? I never managed to get into this type of Lolita fashion though. I really admire it. I really liked it, especially when I was in middle school, but I always felt like it didn't really suit me. This is, gosh, how many is this? Number 7 or 8 today? And it's already 5 p.m. I need to be doing something different if I want a chance of reaching my quota today. So how do you get 7 more drawings done in 5 hours? Dogs. The answer is dogs. I went into Discord and asked people to hand over their dogs for a pet portrait. And while I waited for responses, I worked on this drawing of Super Creek sitting in a tree. Is cherry blossom season already over? Or at least close to it? My old college campus had a ton of cherry trees that would bloom around this time of year, and it was so gorgeous. I loved my walks between classes and getting to walk under arches of pink. I didn't love school, but small things like this make me miss it a bit. So here, exciting, I got my dogs. I'm just gonna copy the photos pretty much. I asked for only like a single pic because I didn't want people sending me whole folders to parse through, as people often like to do with their pets. I love it. I love looking at your dogs. I just don't have the time to do it right now. But some of them, I'm trying to say this without being rude. Some of the dogs are a lot more photogenic than others. But this doggo is lovely. I love corgis so much. I like the bread loaf looking ones. I decided when I'm retired or something, I'm gonna get a corgi. Or a weenie dog. The shorter the legs, the better. Stupid looking creatures, God's greatest creation. Oh, I had a hard time with this one. I think I have a hard time with these like scruffy, curly haired dogs in particular, but I'm not really sure why. Anyway, it's unfortunate, but I can't consider getting a dog right now because I don't have the time. Too many things that I want to focus on first, and I don't want to commit to taking care of something half-heartedly. Pet portraits are hard. There's just like a lot of minutiae that you can't get right. It, like, if you can't get it right, it just looks like a different dog. And it's always like small things that's more noticeable to the owners than it is to me. So I really admire people who do these portraits. It just requires an incredible level of attention to detail that I'm only comfortable forgoing here because I'm not charging for these, but I most certainly can never do these as a commission. This dog's lovely. Some of the backgrounds in the photos were kind of, not to be rude, kind of ugly. So I put them in like this strange little dreamscape instead. This little guy is so cute. I love his bottom teethers. I don't think I captured his like bewildered state quite as well, but I really like this one. Look at this little guy, another pupper in the snow. I love to see it. So, unbelievably, I actually did it. Wow, the dogs really did come to the rescue. I mean, wait, look at this in a moment. Dog, 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 dog. Final day. 8 more to go. We got this. We got this. So, I saw an image somewhere of a girl with a flip phone, with like a photo of her eye, and she was holding it in front of her face like this, and I thought that it was so cool. Real MySpace vibes. I say as though I were old enough to have been around for MySpace. I only say that because it was a flip phone. I was a Tumblr fiend, but didn't we have iPhones by that point? Flip phones were for sure going out of style when I was in middle school. I know because I had a flip phone and threw many fits with my mom about not getting an iPhone. I never did get one till like 10th grade, but now I understand how they felt because these parents and their screens are ridiculous. Get your 5-year-old off the iPad. There's this pretty dress I found on Pinterest. I don't need to add that caveat. You can just assume anything I find is from Pinterest. But I love the colors and how flowy it looks, and for the background, it's just like an oil painting, maybe, of just a field. And I tried adjusting the colors at some point to like, because I wanted it to be more dreamy and fairy-like. I found it strange that for all the horse girls I've drawn, it's never occurred to me to turn my own horse characters into a musume. So here she is. Gonna be honest, I don't have an established character story or personality for her yet, other than being like generally friendly and spirited. I definitely view her as a more mature character, so that's sort of like the vibes I went for, and I want the Candy Cane Christmas vibes. I'm gonna have to go back to this at some point. There's a lot I could do here that I wasn't able to explore because I'm on a time crunch, but turning her into a proper fan OC at some point is on the to-do list. Just give me a bit. I went through my phone and found this pretty pic of jellyfish that I'd taken at an aquarium, and my original plan was to draw that. And then I thought, why not throw Super Creek in the mix? It's not like I have anything to hide at this point. And then I had this thought of someone taking a selfie while like a polar bear tries to eat them in the background, or like a chimp charging into the glass. I don't know. The idea was funnier in my head, but I ended up not drawing the jellyfish. Not even close. That bear is indeed trying to consume her through the glass. Fine, I'll draw the Goo Goo babies. Very on the nose this time. I'm scrambling for creativity here, but I did get Super Creek in just her turtleneck dress and took off her other clothes. Sleeveless turtleneck dress is so peak. I would not mind if she shook a rattle at me. Would not at all. I'm not done with the pet portraits. This is the last one, promise. It's a cat this time at least. I wasn't gonna do any more, but I have drawn their cat before, and I certainly wouldn't mind the chance to draw them again because they are so freaking cute and adorable. So I was like, fine, I can do one more. Gotta give her a little whiskies. Yeah. Last stretch, we got this piece 99. The culmination of the past 2 weeks has essentially been this. me in a room questioning how things got to this point with a single horse girl. I got a bunch of my drawings piled up in a folder to stretch into those blank posters, and a plethora of plushies I only wish I had, but I'll never get my hands on because her merch is all gonna be her official racing outfit, and not the turtleneck dress I love so much. Look how goofy some of these plushies look. That's what happens when you have to draw her too many times. We're here! Finally! Finally! Numero 100! I need emotional support for these trying times. Super Creek Europe! A little congrats party. Well, a Kong party. I didn't finish the congrats in the background. Kong! This is a pretty exciting moment. I still have to go through all my footage and edit and everything, but I am officially done. So here's all 100. I don't know if I'm supposed to reflect here or something in this segment, but I've never been good at that. I really like Super Creek. That's my reflection after all of this. How many of these are Super Creek? 31, I think. And 51 are just Uma Musume's. Which means by majority, this was the Uma Musume challenge. I told you, that first Super Creek drawing I did was the beginning of the end. Well, thanks for watching. I'll just continue letting these roll with the music, but bye for now.